What if I told you there's a brain hack so powerful military psychologists buried it? Not because it doesn't work, because it works too well. Used correctly, it turns pain into fuel. It makes you harder to break than most people will ever be in their entire lifetime. Used wrong, it shuts off everything. Not just pain, emotions, connection, empathy, gone. Today, you're going to learn exactly what it is, how to activate it, and where the line is that you cannot cross. Because what you're about to discover in the next 12 minutes will permanently change how you experience every challenge for the rest of your life. Here's something most self-improvement content will never tell you. Pain isn't your enemy. Your interpretation of pain is. The same event, losing a job, a failed relationship, a public humiliation, can either destroy one person or forge another into something harder than steel. The difference has nothing to do with willpower. It has everything to do with how their brain has been programmed to process pain. And the brain is programmable. Scientists studying Navy SEALs, some of the most mentally resilient humans on Earth, discovered something extraordinary. When a SEAL hits their physical limit, they've only used 40% of their actual capacity. The mind quits long before the body does. That's not a motivational quote. That's documented neuroscience. But here's what they didn't publish in the mainstream. The method those SEALs used to override that shutdown signal, it works on emotional pain too. It's available to you right now. This is the brain hack they don't want you to know. Section number 1, the ancient secret. 2,000 years ago, a man named Marcus Aurelius ruled the most powerful empire in the world. He commanded armies, survived plagues, lost children, faced betrayal from the people closest to him, and he never broke. In his private journals, never meant to be published, he wrote this: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." But how? The Stoics practiced something called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. Before any challenge, they would sit in silence and imagine every possible painful outcome, every failure, every loss, every humiliation. Not to be pessimistic, to detach, to train the brain to look at pain without flinching. Modern neuroscience now knows exactly why this works. Physical pain and emotional pain are processed in the same region of the brain, the anterior cingulate cortex. When you experience a painful event without preparation, that region fires at full intensity. When you've already rehearsed in your mind, the response is dramatically lower. Your brain treats the real event as something it has already survived. That is the foundation of this brain hack. You don't avoid pain, you pre-digest it. Section number 2, why most people can't access this. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people have been psychologically conditioned to fear pain. From childhood, from school, from every system designed to keep you predictable, manageable, and easy to control. Think about it. You were never taught how to sit with discomfort. You were taught to escape it. When you were uncomfortable, they gave you entertainment. When you were in pain, they gave you a pill. When you were anxious, they told you to avoid the thing causing anxiety. The result? A mind that cannot tolerate pain for more than a few seconds without looking for an exit. And a mind that needs an exit is a mind that can be controlled. Your boss knows this. Advertisers know this. The people who want to keep you predictable know this. The moment you take away someone's pain tolerance, you own them. Because they'll do anything to make the discomfort stop. This is why this brain hack was never put in a school curriculum. An unbreakable mind is an ungovernable mind. And ungovernable people don't follow the script. Section number 3, the 5-step activation protocol. This is what you came for. 5 steps. Practice consistently. They will rewire how your brain responds to pain permanently. Step 1, the daily discomfort injection. Every single day, do one thing that is voluntarily uncomfortable. Cold shower, skipping a meal, a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. The goal is not punishment. The goal is evidence. Evidence to your nervous system that discomfort is survivable. Every time you choose discomfort willingly, you send one message to your brain. I am in control, not the pain. Step 2. The observer frame. When pain arrives, stop. Don't react. Mentally step back and narrate what's happening. There is tightness in my chest. There is anger rising. There is a painful thought appearing. You're not the pain. You are the one observing it. The moment you create that separation, the pain loses its grip. Step 3. The pre-mortem. Before any high-stakes situation, spend 5 minutes imagining the worst. Not to spiral into fear, to defuse it. The mind cannot be terrorized by something it has already rehearsed. Marcus Aurelius did this before every battle. You do it before every challenge.
Step 4. The meaning reframe. Viktor Franklin survived Nazi concentration camps. He wrote this, "Those who have a why to live can bear almost anyhow." When pain has a purpose, it changes character. Ask yourself, what is this building in me? The mind that can answer that question cannot be broken by any external force.
Step 5. The controlled exposure. Gradually, intentionally, face the exact thing that causes you the most pain. The fear, the failure, the rejection, not all at once, in controlled doses. Like a vaccine inoculates against disease, controlled exposure inoculates against pain's power over you. These 5 steps activate what psychologists call pain indifference. Not the absence of pain, the absence of suffering from pain. That is the difference between someone who is unbreakable and someone who is simply numb. If this is already shifting how you see your challenges, subscribe right now. And keep watching, because what comes next is the part most channels will never show you. Section 4. The dark side. Now, the warning. There is a point in pain indifference training where something shifts. You stop feeling the pain, then you stop feeling much at all. Psychologists have a name for this condition. Alexithymia, the inability to identify or process emotions. From the outside, it looks like strength. Nothing bothers you. You're calm in every storm, untouchable, but inside, empty. Studies on combat veterans who developed extreme emotional suppression found the same pattern. They could endure anything. They could feel almost nothing. No joy, no connection, no presence, just function. And here is what no one tells you. Some people, when they discover pain and indifference, deliberately push themselves into numbness. Because numbness feels safe. If you can't feel pain, you can't be hurt. But you also can't be reached. You become powerful and utterly alone. This is the dark edge of this brain hack. Section 5. The line you cannot cross. So how do you become unbreakable without becoming hollow? There's one rule. You train to be indifferent to pain. You never train to be indifferent to people. Pain is a signal. Sometimes it points towards something that needs to change. Numbness doesn't evaluate. It ignores everything. An unbreakable person can sit with pain, examine it, and choose their response. A numb person doesn't respond. They disconnect. The distinction is this. Unbreakable means pain no longer controls you. Numb means nothing controls you, including the things that should. Your grief over loss tells you that love mattered. Your anger at injustice tells you that your values are intact. Your fear in a new situation tells you that you're still growing. These are not weaknesses. These are the signals of a mind that is still fully alive. The goal of this brain hack is not to silence those signals. It is to stop those signals from making decisions for you. That is the difference. That is the line. The final section, the choice. You have just learned what most people will spend a lifetime never understanding. Pain is not the enemy. The automatic, unconscious response to pain. That is what breaks people. The brain hack you now possess is this. You can choose your relationship with pain. You can train your nervous system to view it as information, not a verdict. You can use Stoic predigestion, the observer frame, the meaning reframe, and controlled exposure to build a mind that nothing and no one can shatter. But you carry this knowledge carefully, because the same tool that makes you unbreakable can make you unreachable. And a person who cannot be reached has already lost the most important battle. Not against others, against themselves. Now you know, and knowing changes everything. Comment below. What is the first painful situation in your life where you'll apply this? Because remember, Good things don't come to those who wait. Good things come to those who play the game smarter. And now that's you.